Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today, we will dive deep into the thrilling twists and turns awaiting us in the upcoming episode on Thursday, May 29, 2025. This installment promises a whirlwind of emotions, shocking revelations, and life-altering decisions that will leave fans on the edge of their seats. From family secrets unraveling at the Quartermaine mansion to custody battles heating up with game-changing intel, there's no shortage of drama in Port Charles. Let's unpack the intricate web of relationships, hidden truths, and desperate actions that will define tomorrow's episode, with added details and fresh perspectives to give you a comprehensive look at what's to come. Explosive family secrets at the Quartermaine mansion. The Quartermaine mansion, a place often synonymous with chaos and concealed truths, becomes the epicenter of emotional turmoil in tomorrow's episode. At the heart of the storm are Dante Falconeri and Brooke Lynn Quartermaine, who are grappling with the earth-shattering revelation that Giovanni Gio Palmieri is their son. This bombshell has not only blindsided Dante, who had no inkling of a child's existence, but has also ignited a firestorm of betrayal and hurt. Picture the tension in the grand entryway of the mansion as Dante confronts Brooke Lynn, his voice heavy with disbelief and pain. He questions whether she would have ever come clean if circumstances hadn't forced her hand, his words cutting deep as they stand beneath the opulent chandelier that has witnessed countless family dramas. Meanwhile, Gio, caught in the crossfire of this revelation, unleashes his own anger. In a charged moment, he turns to an unseen figure, perhaps a family member complicit in the secret, and demands, "What's your excuse for keeping me in the dark all these years?" His youthful defiance adds a raw, heartbreaking layer to the unfolding saga, as he struggles to make sense of his fractured identity. Adding fuel to the fire, Lois Cerullo finds herself under siege. Having been a keeper of this monumental secret, she faces the wrath of both Dante and Brooke Lynn, whose trust in her has been shattered. The criticism doesn't stop there. Other members of the Quartermaine clan and close associates pile on, accusing her of playing a dangerous game with people's lives. Imagine Lois, usually so composed and quick-witted, standing in the lush gardens of the estate, her face pale as she absorbs the verbal blows. In a quieter, more intimate scene, Olivia Quartermaine attempts to offer solace to her longtime friend. However, Lois, feeling cornered, snaps back with a pointed remark, "Don't act like you're above this, Olivia. You're tangled in the same mess, don't pretend otherwise." This exchange hints at deeper, yet to be revealed complicities within the family, suggesting that the web of secrets extends far beyond just Lois and Brooke Lynn. Confessions and hidden knowledge. Elsewhere in Port Charles, Harrison Chase finds himself at a crossroads, burdened by a truth he can no longer keep buried. In a moment of vulnerability, Chase is expected to confess a piece of information that could further complicate the already strained dynamics. Sources speculate that he might reveal he's known for months about Brooke Lynn having a child during her teenage years. However, much like everyone else, Chase was unaware that Gio was that child. Visualize Chase sitting in the dimly lit precinct, his badge gleaming on the desk, as he wrestles with the guilt of having stayed silent. His confession, likely directed at a close confidant or perhaps even Dante himself, could shift alliances and deepen the fractures within their circle. What will this mean for Chase's relationship with Brooke Lynn, and how will Dante react to yet another layer of deception? This subplot promises to explore themes of loyalty and the heavy price of withholding the truth, painting Chase as a man torn between duty and personal ties. Custody battles and shocking intel. Shifting gears to a storyline brimming with high stakes, Nina Reeves emerges as a pivotal player in the escalating custody drama. Armed with explosive information, Nina confides in Maxie Jones, hinting at evidence that could turn the entire custody hearing on its head. Whispers around Port Charles suggest that Nina may have uncovered proof of a scandal involving Michael Corinthos, possibly that Sasha Gilmore Corbin is pregnant with his child. If not that, she might have secured testimony from a credible source claiming Michael was unfaithful on a fateful night, casting doubt on his moral standing in the eyes of the court. Picture Nina, with a sly glint in her eye, meeting Maxie at a discreet corner table in a bustling cafe, her voice low as she reveals, "This changes everything, Maxie. They won't see this coming." The implications of Nina's discovery could be catastrophic for Michael, especially as he fights to maintain custody of his children against mounting odds. Another tantalizing possibility is that Nina has unearthed evidence of Drew Cain's interference in Willow Tate Corinthos and Michael's personal affairs. Rumors swirl that Drew may have contacted a nurse in Germany to obstruct a crucial visit, a move that could paint him as manipulative and further jeopardize the fragile family structure. This subplot adds a layer of corporate intrigue to the personal drama, as Drew's actions might stem from a desire to protect business interests or personal vendettas. How will this revelation impact Willow, who is already teetering on the edge of desperation? Fans are left to ponder the ripple effects of Nina's intel, as it threatens to dismantle carefully constructed facades and expose raw, unfiltered truths. Desperate moves and emotional pleas. Speaking of Willow, her storyline takes a dramatic turn as she grapples with the devastating loss of her children to Michael in the custody battle. In a state of emotional freefall, Willow is poised to make a drastic decision that could alter the course of her life. While specifics remain under wraps, Drew Cain is seen pleading with her in a tense preview, his voice cracking with urgency as he begs, "Willow, don't do this. There's still a way back from this." One can imagine Willow standing at a crossroads, perhaps literally on the docks of Port Charles under a stormy sky, her face etched with determination and despair. Is she planning to flee with the children, defy court orders, or confront Michael in a public showdown? Her actions, fueled by a mother's unwavering love, are sure to evoke empathy and controversy among viewers. Meanwhile, Carly Spencer finds herself questioning Michael's uncanny timing in returning home at a critical juncture. Her maternal instincts kick into high gear as she probes for answers, sensing there's more to the story than meets the eye. Visualize Carly, arms crossed in the living room of her cozy yet tension-filled home, her sharp gaze fixed on Michael as she asks, "How did you know to come back right now? What aren't you telling me?" Her suspicion adds another layer of mystery to Michael's narrative, hinting at unseen forces or hidden communications guiding his decisions. As Michael offers his explanations, the dynamic between mother and son will be tested, showcasing Carly's unyielding protectiveness and Michael's struggle to balance transparency with personal burdens. Next, we will explore the captivating drama surrounding Michael Corinthos' unexpected return to Port Charles during the grand finale of the 2025 Nurses' Ball. This electrifying moment has set the town abuzz with speculation, stunned expressions, and hidden agendas, leaving fans eager to uncover the truth behind his timely arrival. From custody battles to secret alliances, and the intricate web of family loyalties, this storyline is packed with suspense and emotional depth. Join us as we delve into the layers of this unfolding saga, adding vivid details, fresh perspectives, and intriguing possibilities to paint a fuller picture of the events shaking up Port Charles. A shocking return at the Nurses' Ball. The glitz and glamour of the 2025 Nurses' Ball took a dramatic turn when Michael Corinthos made a jaw-dropping entrance just as the event reached its crescendo. The ballroom, adorned with sparkling lights and elegant decor, fell into a stunned hush as familiar faces turned to witness his arrival. Willow Tate Corinthos, caught mid-conversation near the Champagne Tower, froze with a mix of disbelief and trepidation in her eyes. Drew Cain, standing by the grand staircase in a tailored tuxedo, couldn't mask his surprise, his jaw tightening as he assessed the implications of Michael's return. Yet, amidst the sea of shocked expressions, one person stood out for her lack of astonishment: Jocelyn Jacks. Positioned near the dance floor, Jocelyn's calm demeanor and slight smirk hinted at prior knowledge. Could Michael's fiercely loyal sister have orchestrated this homecoming, perhaps pulling strings behind the scenes to ensure his presence at a critical juncture? As whispers ripple through the crowd, the question lingers. Did Jocelyn tap into her connections, possibly with the enigmatic World Security Bureau, WSB, to bring her brother back for the looming custody hearing over Wiley and Amelia Corinthos? Carly's desperate gambit sparks outrage. At the heart of this drama lies Carly Spencer's bold and controversial decision to fast-track the custody hearing for her grandchildren, Wiley and Amelia. Driven by desperation, Carly acted out of a fierce need to shield her family when she discovered Willow had relocated the children to Drew's sprawling estate on the outskirts of Port Charles. Picture Carly pacing in her cozy yet tension-laden living room, her mind racing as she confided in her trusted attorney, Diane Miller. Together, they crafted a meticulous strategy to secure custody for Michael, scheduling the hearing for June 2, a mere 2 weeks away. This accelerated timeline, unusual even in the often unpredictable legal battles of Port Charles, raised eyebrows. With Michael still abroad at the Baden-Baden Clinic in Germany, undergoing intensive treatment for undisclosed reasons, the odds seemed stacked against them. Carly's refusal to inform Michael directly, despite urgings from both Jason Morgan and Sonny Corinthos during a heated discussion at the Corinthos mansion, added fuel to the fire. Her choice to keep him in the dark, perhaps to spare him additional stress, has backfired spectacularly, creating a rift within the family. Jocelyn, upon learning of her mother's unilateral move, was livid. As Michael's protective sibling and Carly's daughter, she felt personally betrayed by this overreach. Imagine Jocelyn storming into Carly's home, her voice sharp with anger as she confronted her mother under the dim glow of a table lamp. How could you do this without even consulting Michael? What if someone had done this to me behind my back? Her outrage suggests a motive. Could Jocelyn have taken matters into her own hands, reaching out to Michael across continents to alert him of the impending legal battle? Her deep bond with her brother and disdain for her mother's secrecy make her a prime candidate for tipping him off, setting the stage for his dramatic return. Jason Morgan's unexpected role in the return. Jason Morgan, ever the stoic enforcer of family loyalty, emerges as another key figure in the mystery of Michael's homecoming. Tasked with facilitating Michael's arrival, Jason's involvement has sparked speculation among fans about whether he was the one to break the news. Envision Jason at the bustling Port Charles police station on May 23, originally there to secure Tracy Quartermain's release after a minor altercation at a local gala. Amidst filling out paperwork under the harsh fluorescent lights, his phone buzzed with an unexpected call from Michael. The surprise etched on Jason's face as he listened to Michael's urgent tone hinted that he might not have been the initial informant. Instead, it seems Jason was roped into action on short notice, arranging logistics with his signature efficiency. Notably, he had to abandon Tracy without a ride home, prioritizing a swift trip to the airport to meet Michael. A decision that speaks volumes about his allegiance to the Corinthos clan. Further intrigue arises from the mode of Michael's travel, a sleek, unmarked private jet that screams WSB influence. This detail fuels theories that Jocelyn might have leveraged her connections, possibly reaching out to Jack Brennan, a figure known to have ties with Carly. During a clandestine meeting at a quiet diner on the edge of town, could Jocelyn have persuaded Brennan to assist in bringing Michael home as a surprise to Carly, banking on his soft spot for her mother? This potential collaboration adds a layer of espionage to the drama, blending personal stakes with shadowy organizational power plays, and leaving us to wonder just how deep Jocelyn's involvement runs. As the dust settles on Michael's return, Port Charles braces for the fallout. The custody hearing, now just days away, looms large over the Corinthos family, with Willow and Drew on one side and Michael, backed by Carly and Diane, on the other. Visualize the tense atmosphere in a local courtroom, where polished wooden benches will soon host a battle for Wiley and Amelia's future. Will Michael's presence tilt the scales, or will Willow's decision to move the children to Drew's protective environment sway the judge? The undercurrents of betrayal. Carly's secrecy, Jocelyn's possible intervention, and Jason's last-minute assistance threaten to fracture family bonds even further. Moreover, if Jocelyn indeed contacted Michael, how will Carly react to her daughter's defiance, and what repercussions might Brennan face for meddling in personal affairs under the guise of WSB authority? Next. We will uncover the tangled web of romance, secrets, and heartbreak surrounding Jason Morgan and Sasha Gilmore Corbin in Port Charles. What once seemed like a budding connection between these two unlikely souls now appears doomed before it could even blossom into something more. With Michael Corinthos' dramatic return shaking up dynamics, hidden truths about pregnancies, and lingering tensions in broken relationships, the landscape of love in this town is more complicated than ever. Let's dive into the intricate details of these evolving storylines, weaving in fresh elements and vivid imagery to bring you a deeper look at the emotional rollercoaster awaiting our favorite characters. A romance cut short, Jason and Sasha's fragile bond. In the ever-dramatic world of Port Charles, Jason Morgan and Sasha Gilmore Corbin seemed poised to ignite a surprising spark of romance. Their connection, born out of an unusual arrangement where Jason agreed to pose as the father of Sasha's unborn child, offered a glimmer of tenderness amid the chaos. Imagine the quiet moments they shared, perhaps over late-night conversations in a cozy diner on the edge of town, where Sasha's vulnerability and Jason's stoic protectiveness bridged a gap neither expected. Their growing closeness felt like the start of something profound, a friendship teetering on the edge of deeper affection. Picture Sasha, her eyes reflecting a mix of gratitude and unspoken longing, as she confided in Jason under the soft glow of a flickering street lamp after a particularly tough day. Those stolen glances and subtle smiles hinted at a potential love story that could have rewritten their futures if only fate hadn't intervened. However, the winds of change have blown through Port Charles with a force that threatens to extinguish this nascent flame. The sudden return of Michael Corinthos, striding back into town with purpose and unresolved baggage, has thrown a wrench into any romantic momentum between Jason and Sasha. His arrival, marked by a charged confrontation at the Corinthos mansion under a stormy sky, signals a shift in priorities for everyone involved. As Jason steps back into his role as a family enforcer, supporting Michael through turbulent times, the delicate thread tying him to Sasha begins to fray. Could this be the end of a potential love story before it even had a chance to write its first chapter? Fans are left wondering if external pressures will forever relegate Jason and Sasha to the realm of what could have been. Michael and Willow, a marriage on shaky ground. Meanwhile, the rift between Michael Corinthos and Willow Tate Corinthos looms large, casting a shadow over any hope of immediate reconciliation. Their relationship, once a beacon of unity, is now marred by a palpable undercurrent of bitterness and unresolved pain. Envision a tense encounter at a local park, where Willow, pushing a stroller with a distant gaze, crosses paths with Michael, whose clenched fists betray his frustration. The air between them crackles with unspoken accusations and lingering hurt, a stark reminder of the chasm that has grown since their happier days. While a reunion might shimmer as a distant possibility on the horizon, the wounds are still too fresh for either to consider mending their bond anytime soon. Complicating matters further is Drew Kane's steadfast presence in Willow's life. As her current partner, Drew stands as a pillar of support, offering stability in the plush surroundings of his upscale home where Willow has sought refuge. Picture Drew, his demeanor calm yet protective, as he reassures Willow over a quiet dinner, the candlelight flickering across their shared resolve to face challenges together. Willow shows no inclination to revisit her past with Michael, her focus squarely on the new life she's building. Yet, an explosive secret waits in the wings to upend everything. Willow remains unaware that Michael is the true father of Sasha's baby. When this bombshell inevitably drops, perhaps during a heated custody hearing in a packed Port Charles courtroom, it could shatter any remaining threads of trust, potentially dooming their marriage to an irreparable end. The fallout from this revelation promises to be a seismic event, reshaping allegiances and deepening the emotional turmoil. Michael and Sasha, old flames rekindled? With Michael adrift in the stormy seas of his failed marriage, the stage is set for a poignant reunion with Sasha Gilmore Corbin. As the mother of his child, a truth still cloaked in secrecy, their shared history and mutual pain could reignite feelings long buried beneath layers of time and circumstance. Visualize a tender moment in the hospital, just after Sasha gives birth, where Michael, standing by her bedside, locks eyes with her as they both gaze at the tiny life they've created. The weight of their past, combined with the profound bond of parenthood, could draw them back into each other's orbit with magnetic force. The scent of antiseptic and the soft beeps of medical equipment fade into the background as unspoken emotions swirl, hinting at a second chance for love. This potential rekindling spells trouble for Jason's full paternity role. He can't maintain the charade of fatherhood indefinitely, especially as the truth about Michael's involvement creeps closer to the surface. Imagine Jason, conflicted and weary, pacing the docks late at night, the moonlight casting long shadows as he wrestles with the inevitable end of his protective facade. Once the secret unravels, perhaps through an overheard conversation at Kelly's or a misplaced document, Jason will be liberated from this tangled storyline. While this could be a relief for some, allowing him to step away from a role that never truly fit, it also closes the door on his burgeoning connection with Sasha. For fans rooting for Michael and Sasha, this shift might herald a heartfelt reunion, but it undeniably marks the premature end of any romantic prospects between Jason and Sasha.